I pledge to do justice and fight injustice, whether perpetrated through omission or commission, rather perpetrated through structures or individual choices. Throughout this course, I've learned the difference between structures and individual choices. I have now been self-aware of injustice in poverty sector, well as economic justices. It has helped me open my eyes and given me a little bit more perspective on who doesn't have equal rights and opportunities. It will constantly work. I will constantly work in the future to become more educated on these matters and help come up with solutions, whether that's mailing letters to an official, or who can put signs up to help educate others on the given matter. I will stand the second stanza. I will stand up to support supporters and exploiters of injustice. This has really affected me by showing me that I haven't really been paying attention to the clothing or the stuff I buy to make myself look presentable, and I always don't know where something comes from and how it made me, or how it's made or produced. It has helped me understand the background of certain items, and I came quick to realize that sometimes I can't be a supporter, but I will be better by researching and buying clothes and products that are not being manufactured in factories, that are paying low wages for the working conditions. This third stanza, I will not tolerate apathy I see in accessories through complicity or indifference. There are a lot of people in this world where they don't care about others, only themselves. They do not care about the injustices as long as they're benefiting from it. It's well known in some businesses, as well as factories in certain jobs, well as workers in certain jobs like abortion clinics. I will work to find more just ways in this situation to help those people who are avoiding the reality to understand the impact they have on others. The fourth stanza, I will not tolerate the ignorance of accessories who consecrate the status quo. This line really stuck out to me because I never knew how much I had constructed at the status quo in the past. I have always been a person who followed others to do things that I thought were okay, but I thought if everyone else is doing it, I can do it too. In the present, I continue to stand out and do things because I have been trying to become a leader because my dad expects me to. But my dad expects me to be a leader. But when he's not looking, I'm following everyone else when I can be setting my own path. I will be a leader instead of a follower and create some opportunities for those who want to get better, who want the best things in life. if something were to happen, I am aware of it. I will do my best to fully address it and educate other Catholics as all Catholics should. The fifth stanza. I will check my blind spots, remember those who are different from me. Oftentimes, I'm not truly grateful for having a bed to wake up in, or having a home to go to when most people don't. I often look past things that make someone different from myself. Racism, sexism, prejudice are more well known than ever nowadays. I can make a difference by telling people that a joke or an action is not cool and telling them to stop. I have been more aware further of the impacts that I have on the less fortunate. And sixth stanza. I will defend my imago Dei in every human and work in communion with them. Everyone is created in the image of God. This has opened my eye that not only do I need to treat everyone with respect, but I also need to treat everyone and everything with respect, including the environment. I can and will continue advocating for equality and using the abilities to vote and join million other Catholics and people to push positive outlooks on the future. This is just one way to see that people need help. I will participate in a community life at all levels of spirit of self-sacrifice. Community is where we can call each other our neighbors, or friends, in which we live, and that's what I always thought. It's about communion of people of all different cultures, and to bring each other in one with humility and respect. I will continue to learn about the new cultures and help spread traditions. It allows me to understand what they have to do, be one with God, with their God, and still give a chance for equality. The seventh stanza. For every individual right that I defend, I will proclaim a corresponding individual responsibility. I've watched a lot of motivational videos. One of the videos said, good enough isn't good enough if it could be better, and better isn't good enough if it could be best. I need to have that same mindset when identifying injustices. It is good when we can defend a statement, but when we can also do so much more as an individual with our voices and actions. This can be an opportunity for us to speak out on what is right, and continue to make this world a more just place. I will not abandon the other to suffer alone. I will embrace solidarity in body and spirit, in body and soul. Just because I have an average life doesn't mean there aren't other people out there that are being discriminated against or for their appearance or where they came from. My inner me and my outer me need to work together to fight injustices, to make sure that people don't go to sleep wondering if they're gonna eat tomorrow or not, or how their skin can, give off a trademark and they're like, oh, he's the N-word or something, and they look at him as if they were like a different species when they know that they're humans, just like everyone else. I will embrace solidarity and continue to work with the people in need. I will not dehumanize myself or my fellow workers in the sake of economic growth. There are so many unjust things that have been to do with economic reasons, including unfair wages, poor working conditions, and even fraudulent contracts that have meant to help poverty. As an individual, it is easy to get lost in all of this because of reasons for you would never actually care. But for reasons you would never actually care or think of. It is unfair that people are treated poorly, so you can save money on that new phone. I will fight for higher wages and excellent working conditions, because after all, we all will be end up working one day in a place that we get paid too little. I will approach God's creation as its caretaker. God created the world, and we as humans must take care of it. As a beautiful place that we have been given by God, God has entrusted us with the will to take care of things that we truly care about. We take advantage of a lot of natural resources to create some more problems, to continue to pollute and complain this earth in economic benefit. I need help to send a message to others that the effect of consuming can have an environmental outbreak. In working for a just world, I will call upon an opportunity level authority to take action on a given matter. A lot of these injustice high school students can not really do anything about it. They are matters for the government, the local government. They are matters of the local government or the constant overuse of natural resources on the global scale. I can take freedom of speech and write letters to legislators that make a difference and help educate them and make them realize the effects it can have, and show them that there are plenty of people that are struggling in certain conditions. All of this, I acknowledge Christ as my model, a suffering servant whose personal sacrifice was necessary to bring about peace and justice. Christ died for our salvation. So it is I not only continue my life asking for a little bit of self-sacrifice. I'm also asking everyone else to commit a little bit of self-sacrifice by going to a homeless local shelter, raising funds, or donating a whole week of your summer to people that need help, or going to a rehab clinic to understand that people are working to get better. And on that end of the note, I would like to say God bless you all.